Hi there, welcome to this Sunday edition of This Is Exclusive, in which we are going to bring to you some aspects of Operation Synindur that are still on. Why the Chief of Army Staff has said that war could break out even now, and how we should be prepared. That and in the AI-171 crash, victim families have come together and they want to effectively do a class action suit against not just the airline but also the aircraft company Boeing, and that's how the story is panning out. In fact, an American attorney is there in Ahmedabad. That's going to be our focus. Let's begin with the headlines. Months after Ahmedabad plane crash, American lawyer visits crash site. Families of victims file petition in a US federal court. Encounter still underway in Kishtwar. 2 trapped terrorists identified, 1 terrorist neutralized. Army chief issues a warning to Pakistan, says the next war may happen soon. We must be prepared accordingly.
आज भारत दुनिया की फास्टेस्ट ग्रोइंग मेजर इकोनॉमी है। पिछले 11 इयर्स में हमारी इकोनॉमी 10वें नंबर से टॉप 5 में पहुंच गई। हम बहुत तेजी से टॉप 3 इकोनॉमी बनने की ओर आगे बढ़ रहे हैं।
Prime Minister Modi counters Trump's dead economy jibe, says India is the fastest growing major economy in the world. We are rapidly moving towards becoming the top 3rd economy.
कुछ लोग हैं जो भारत के का विकास जितनी तेजी के साथ हो रहा है उन्हें रास नहीं आ रहा है, उन्हें अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है। सबके बास तो हम हैं। भारत कैसे इतनी तेजी के साथ बढ़ रहा है?
Rajnath Singh, Defense Minister, takes a veiled dig at Donald Trump, says some boss is jealous with India's growth. Welcome back, friends. American attorney and aviation and legal expert Mike Andrews has visited the Ahmedabad plane crash site just yesterday. This is the first time the lawyer has visited the scene since the legal process began. He's been hired by some of the victim families, and a suit has been filed in an American federal court. The families of the victims believe that they have to move against Boeing company also. Andrews was accompanied by an aviation and legal team to the crash site, and he inspected the plane crash location from various angles. These are pictures we have exclusively of the American attorney. Of course, what is important is that he has been hired by families of the victims of the AI-171 crash. Let's try to understand the implications of this move. Gopi Shah joins us live on this. Gopi had reported on the AI-171 crash from the ground in Ahmedabad. She is reporting from New Delhi now. Gopi, who has hired this American attorney? And what is the purpose of moving an American court?
Well, in fact, to give a better perspective to this, it was 4 days back that over 60 families have in fact now filed a petition at the US federal court. That is what we are learning from our sources, and this is against Boeing. To tell our viewers that Mike Andrews is currently in Surat. He was in Ahmedabad yesterday. He has visited the site along with his legal team. He was there at the site at Meghani Nagar in Ahmedabad. While apart from inspecting that site, he's also looking at various angles. He has spoken to the victim families, not just of Ahmedabad, but he also went to Vadodara day before yesterday, which had over 7 families who had lost their relatives. While today also he was in Diu. Now, Diu also has that lone survivor whose name is Vishwas Kumar. He went and met that lone survivor. He has, in fact, that is the only eyewitness account that he would get in this case. So he went on and spoke to the family as well as to the lone survivor today. While later in the evening, he went to Surat. There were a few families based in Surat as well. But what we are learning from our sources is also that the families have, demanded to provide them as well as the lawyer with the voice recorder, with the cockpit voice recorder, as well as the flight data recorder, which was there. And they have in fact demanded to get the raw footage of that for better clarification and understanding. This is what we are getting to know from our sources. But yes, the American lawyer was at the site yesterday, and all eyes would be towards what pans out next at the US federal court. Back to you.
Is it right understanding, Gopi, that it is the victim families who have hired, including one survivor and their family, they have hired this lawyer and they want to move an American court essentially because together they want to make a case against Boeing?
Well, yes, definitely. That is what we have understood from our sources, that it is not just one or two families, but it is over 60 families. And over 60 families is a huge number. And what we are also learning from our sources, as I was just mentioning a short while back, that they have demanded for a raw footage. And it is this American aviation expert as well as attorney who has taken up this case, and he himself along with the legal team is investigating the entire matter. We are showing you the visuals currently. He went to the site of Meghani Nagar. He probed that particular site from different angles, and he is going to submit a report at the US federal court. That is what we have understood from our sources. But yes, as you've correctly mentioned, the petition has been filed by the victim families, which includes one of the lone survivors' family. Back to you.
One final question before I let you go. All these 60 families of victims, Gopi, are they all Indian nationals, Indian families, or there are some from the UK also? Because remember in the flight, again, about 50 odd passengers were UK citizens, even of Indian origin.
Well, yes, but what we are learning from our sources is all 60 families are based in India. The ones who have filed the petition, they are based in India, and in fact, it is their relatives who are fighting a legal battle against the Boeing. And this is what we have been telling our viewers. We are showing them the pictures of American lawyer at the site, and it is only the Indian families, over 60 families who are Indian families who have filed this petition at the US federal court. Back to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Gopi Shah there, reporting on the AI-171 crash development. And of course, we keep close track of that. Moving on for now and to Jammu and Kashmir, where Kishtwar police have released posters seeking information on 3 active Hizbul terrorists, including Commander Jahangir Saruri, with a total reward of 30 lakh rupees for any information that can lead to their capture. Saruri, Riaz Ahmed and Mudassir Hussain are wanted for their involvement in the killing of BJP leader Anil Parihar and his brother Ajit Parihar in 2018, as well as RSS leader Chandrakant Sharma and his security guard in 2019. The police have put up posters across Kishtwar town and in nearby areas urging citizens to share any information that could lead to their arrest, while ensuring the identity of informants that would be kept secret. This is a ground report. In fact, my colleague Gursimran, in fact, has filed a ground report from the site from where these posters have been put up by the Kishtwar police. Let's take a look.
Encounter is underway between terrorists and security forces in the Dool area of the Kishtwar, where 2 terrorists of Hizbul Mujahideen have been trapped. These 2 terrorists are the A-grade terrorists that are carrying a bounty of 10 lakh rupees on them. Right now we are in the entrance point of the Kishtwar district, and here you will see that there have been posters of these 3 terrorists of Hizbul Mujahideen have been surfaced. Out of these 2, it's Riaz Ahmed alias Hazari and Mudassir Hussain. These are the terrorists that have been trapped in the ongoing encounter. Riaz is active since 2018 and Mudassir joined him a couple of years later. Now this is being said that the poster reads active terrorist for providing information of their arrest. Cash reward rupees 30 lakh, 10 lakh rupees each, and this number has also been given, the police control room number. Along with this, that the identity of the informant shall be kept secret. District Police Kishtwar. This is at the entrance point of the Kishtwar district, where the security forces have heightened the security grid because the operation is underway. Jammu and Kashmir Police along with the CRPF have been deployed, and every vehicle that is entering this very area, that is being kept a tab at, because nothing can be kept at chance at a time when there is an active operation that is going on. The troops of the CRPF that are also part of the operation that is underway in the Dool, along with the Jammu and Kashmir Police and the Indian Army, are also keeping a strict tab on the each and every development that is taking place here at the entrance point of the Kishtwar as well.
All right, Gursimran, in fact, joins us live from Jammu. And Gursimran, any connection between the ongoing encounter and this Kishtwar police development about these Hizbul terrorists? Any chance that these are the same terrorists who are holed up and been caught in the encounter that police is looking at?
Yes, Abhishek, right now we are reporting from the Kishtwar district where the encounter is underway, and as you have mentioned that yes, there is a direct connection between the terrorists that have been trapped and the terrorists that have surfaced in the posters. I'll request, right now we are at the upper Malipet checkpoint of the Kishtwar police. Here you will see the visible deployment that has been done to keep a tab on these hilly areas, because the terrorists are active in the upper reaches. Now coming to the posters that have been surfaced, has been pasted here for the information by the Kishtwar police. These posters are surfacing these two terrorists because these are the ones who have been trapped. Mohammad Amin alias Jahangir Saruri is still at large. He is the longest surviving Hizbul Mujahideen commander over 3 decades. But these two, Riaz Ahmad alias Hazari and Mudassir Hussain, these are the two terrorists that are trapped in the ongoing encounter that is underway in the upper reaches of the Dool in the Kishtwar district. And they three are carrying 30 lakh reward, 10 lakh each. The police was looking for them for almost 6 years, that they had no clue about them. But last month they got a specific intelligence input based on which the operation was launched, and as we speak the operation is underway. The security forces, since the terrorists are hiding in a cave, the security forces are trying to ensure that they are neutralized at an earliest. But these two big guns of Hizbul Mujahideen, the active commanders, A category commanders, have been trapped by the security forces, and as we speak the operations are underway, Abhishek.
As we speak, operations are underway, and obviously, Gursimran, you are reporting, we believe, from a distance and not divulging any details of the ongoing operations. But viewers would be interested to know, while the police takes the help of civilians, you think that this ongoing operation could eliminate some of these key terrorists?
See, Abhishek, it is going to be a big success because the security forces are very hopeful that from this very cliff where the terrorists are hiding, the photo of which is also with the Republic Media Network, it is almost next to impossible that the terrorists will be able to escape. And with the elimination of these terrorists, it will not mean the end of the active commanders of Hizbul Mujahideen in Jammu and Kashmir, because Jahangir Saruri is somewhere close to his 60s. So he is not into the active action that the terrorists do in this area. He is into planning. But these two active, Mudassir and Riaz, they have been active, they have been instrumental in also providing help to the Jaish-e-Mohammed cadre that has come here. So they are the one who are the real threat for the security forces, and that's why this is a big catch for the forces, that they have been able to trap these two terrorists carrying 10 lakh reward, and now the forces want both of these to be neutralized at an earliest, because this will also bring closure to the two dreaded terror incident. First was the killing of Ajit and Anil Parihar, the father and uncle of sitting MLA of the Kishtwar, Shagun Parihar, and the second incident was killing of Chandrakant Sharma, the RSS activist, along with his PSO in the month of April 2019, Abhishek.
Well, and do we hear of contact being established with these terrorists, or they are just sort of cornered?
Yes, Abhishek. Yes, Abhishek, there has been active contact. Today morning, 6:30 was the first time when the contact was established, and following that, there have been two instances when there have been a retaliatory firing from the terrorists because they are hiding in a cave. That's why the operation have been delayed. There was an attempt to send in drone, but it could reach only to some 5 to 7 feet inside the cave. Now the plan is being made that how the next step will be taken, whether the special forces will be inducted inside this very cave or there will be some alternate method that will be adopted by the security forces. That is being worked upon, but for sure that the security forces are saying that they will not allow these terrorists to escape this time from the operation side, because it's the Indian Army, the Special Forces, Raष्ट्रीय Rifles and the Special Operations Group of the Kishtwar Police that are part of the operations.
All right, thank you so much, Gursimran, there reporting from Kishtwar and bringing us up to speed with an ongoing encounter and other developments connected with terrorists. In fact, this is exactly what perhaps Army Chief General Upendra Dwivedi meant by saying that not just Operation Synindur is on, but that a war could happen anytime soon. He sent a strong worded message to Pakistan while addressing a gathering of students and faculty at IIT Madras. The chief said that the next war which we are looking at may happen soon. He emphasized that we have to prepare accordingly and fight it together, by which he meant that it's an all-of-a-nation approach that has to be there, including the civilians. He emphasized that future wars will require a unified approach beyond the conventional combat. General Dwivedi said that this non-kinetic war is one that must be fought together. Let's listen to him.
I will not have time to explain the 4 quadrants, but the non-kinetic quadrant is something which you can start today. And the next war which we are looking at, it may happen soon, and we have to prepare accordingly, as already been brought out by Director, that in this we have to fight this battle together. This non-kinetic has to be fought together. So what are the deductions? That as far as whole of nation approach will be there for the next war, it is not the military alone which will be fighting. Let me assure you very clearly in this issue. As far as the grey zone is concerned, it's ever present, and this will remain.
All right, let's decipher what the chief meant by saying that it has to be a whole of nation approach and that the war can happen. A war can happen anytime soon. Joining us, Colonel Anurag Shukla, defense expert. Very good evening to you, Colonel Shukla. And please help us understand, what did the chief mean by saying that there could be a war very soon? What kind of war is he talking about?
See, we have been mentioning this for last 2 decades. There has been a likely of war in different zone. It is not the conventional war we are looking. Like he just mentioned, a non-kinetic war. What is non-kinetic? Non-kinetic means where we are not actually hitting each other with the force, but what is the method by which we are going to hit each other? Today is the world of information, and this information is one of the major tool. You understand, the media has changed perspective and narrative of everything which is happening around us. Presently, like the media is in some section of the society, we see it presently also they are asking for sabut, we call it sabut, that give us evidence that whether this was happening or this was not happening. The same way, day before yesterday, chief of Air Force chief has to come out and give the numbers. He has to give the explanation. So here there is a section of society which is pushing a the different narrative where they are pushing the agenda of enemy, or you say they are questioning the achievements of armed forces. So this is one of the non-kinetic factors and one of the features which we have to counter as a country as a whole. The army can do, the forces can do is go a direct confrontation with the enemy, but there is not just they are just one factor in the war. The nation has to stand all itself. Everybody has to stand for the country, and everybody have to fight the war. In the recently concluded of Synindur, we have seen that the major dent has been taken by the image for the hardware which has been supplied by the American and Chinese. So even the China, if you see today, our Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh has narrated that this is, people are jealous of the achievement which Indian has just made. Our achievement and our self-grown technologies are being making all over the country, worldwide, everybody jealous. So we are looking forward where the army, Pakistan army has taken the fifth direct insulting defeat from India, and they are actually running forward to get another opportunity. They must be pushing USA and China that they should be given a much more advanced weaponry. So we are also ready. We are also undergoing a emergency procurement. A lot of things are being procured, and I want to ensure the countrymen that we are looking for a absorption of much better and advanced technology all over the world. We are progressing much faster, and our homegrown technologies are so good that we have been able to defeat the so-called advanced hardware of China as well as European and Americans. So when we look for a non-kinetic war and the soon to operate or anytime can be started, then the meaning is that we all should be prepared. We should be safeguarding our interest. We should be looking for the globally changing scenario, and we should understand that there may be enemy within us. We should not we should not listen to the rumors. We should not pay heed to the misinformation, but we should stand for the country, and we should be preparing every day for the next war which may happen. I just want to remind you in the last that Operation Synindur has been paused. It has not been seized.
Colonel Shukla, in which case, do you get a sense as a veteran that both the Army Chief today and the Air Chief yesterday spoke with a lot of pain that, they had to do so much of explaining that a section within the country, particularly a set of politicians, really did not believe what the Army and the Air Force and the Navy did together to Pakistan?
That's what, as a veteran, I am so surprised from the section of society when they start questioning the achievements. When the chief has stood and given the information, we have shown the photographs, we have shown the satellite images, still people are not convincing. Or if you see pura world, I tell you, throughout the world, have you ever heard anything like this in any part of the world? Anywhere we are going for a war, anywhere we are going for an operation, have you ever heard some section of society, some section of politician questioning the armed forces, questioning the society as a whole, questioning the achievement of government? See, political level, it's okay. You should fight your war. Politics is different. But then pay some regards. People have given their life. Soldiers have given their life. They have seen a lot of hardship. And with lot of effort, we were able to win these wars. And we have given the results. So appreciate it. At least appreciate it. And I will say again, don't spread negative narration. No spreading of rumor. Please understand, misinformation is a biggest defeat, and this is going to be a challenge for India.
Okay, Colonel Shukla, just hold on to your thoughts. In fact, as we speak, I am getting a breaking news development, which is that Pakistan's failed Marshal General Asim Munir has indulged in nuclear saber rattling against India from the US soil. He was speaking at a black tie dinner hosted for him in Tampa, Florida. And Pakistan Army Chief has said that should his country face an existential threat in a future war with India, we will take half the world down. Effectively, he's saying that Pakistan will destroy half the world in case of another war. So which means that's the nuclear threshold which Pakistanis would willingly cross is what General Asim Munir seems to be suggesting. And remember, he's speaking to American audience and he's saying we will destroy dams if India builds them after abrogation of or suspension of our Indus Waters Treaty. It is clear that General Asim Munir has gone there with an agenda, with a purpose to fearmonger, to create hype around a war in South Asia. And despite the fact that India's response was measured, Colonel Shukla, Asim Munir doing this obviously to address the American audience and to sort of create a fear psychosis among them.
So he is not alone. If you see for last three decades, Pakistan has been doing the same thing. They are just bluffing their nuclear arsenal. But in this last recently concluded Op Sindoor, we were able to hit the nuclear, pinpoint the place, and we were able to hit their nuclear entrance. And here, when the Prime Minister of India stood and he said, hey, the nuclear bluff of Pakistan is over. So we should all understand there is something which we know, which earlier we never knew, but today we knew. Pakistan is not in control of their nuclear arsenal. In fact, I always believe that it has never been a Pakistani nukes, it has been American nukes, and that is the reason when the first bomb dropped at their neighbor, that of American just jumped to create the ceasefire kind of situation. So it is all bluff, and he is in no position to monitor, neither operate, neither fire. Second thing, when we talk about nuclear bomb or all those things, we understand he is mentioning about dams. So obviously time is running out for him.
Right.
We have already floated tenders.
In fact, Colonel Shukla, we have GD Bakshi joining us over the phone. Just hold on to your thoughts. If I could go to him. Very good evening, Bakshi sir. And, we are getting these reports that while addressing dinner event in the United States in Tampa, Florida, which is the headquarters of the U.S. Central Command, General Asim Munir has said that if next war happens, they will destroy half the world with nuclear weapons. He is nuclear saber rattling from American soil.
He can pipe down. He knows what has happened in Synindur. This is the third nuclear age, wherein India's integrated air defense has managed to shoot down 90% of its drones, 100% of its tactical ballistic missiles. The chances of any Pakistani nuclear weapons hitting India have been reduced by 80 to 90% because of Indian strong air defenses. The balance 20% chances have also been greatly reduced because India has the capability to hit the command and control centers of the Pakistani Air Force. They have destroyed the nuclear command and control base. We have closed the nuclear weapon storage sites so that the nuclear warheads cannot be mated with the nuclear missiles or delivered to the airfields for bombing India. Airfields like Sargodha and Rahim Yar Khan have been badly cratered. Rahim Yar Khan is still not operational 3 months after the war. What are you talking about, Asim Munir? Stop giving these gidar bhavkis, right? They impress no one. You can impress the female correspondents possibly in the United States. You don't impress Indian military professionals. Your nuclear threat is hollow. Let just get hold of that fact that the basic ground reality has changed, caused a paradigm shift in South Asia, especially after Operation Synindur.
Right.
And if he is threatening nuclear weapons, I think he should understand that India's nuclear weapons are far heavier in kilotonnage than their sub-kiloton nuclear bombs on their Nasers. Their 1.5 pawa, 2 pawa bombs, they mean nothing.
Right,
Pakistan will be fried to ash. There will be no crops growing there for the next 700 years.
Right.
So let him not shoot his stupid mouth off and invite trouble.
I think he's just sort of fear-mongering so that his American audience has all his attention. Thank you so much, General Bakshi sir, for that quick, perceptive response to this breaking news development. Moving on, Operation Synindur emerged as a calibrated military response to an evolving pattern of asymmetric warfare, one that increasingly targets unarmed civilians along with military personnel. The terrorist attack on tourists in Pahalgam served as a grim reminder of this shift. India's response was deliberate, precise, strategic. Without crossing the line of control or international boundary, Indian forces struck terrorist infrastructure and eliminated multiple threats. The Indian Air Force has shared a video of glimpses of this heroic operation. Take a look.
When the skies grow dark and danger looms across land or sea, there's one force that rises, fast, fearless, and precise. The Indian Air Force, safeguarding the nation's skies, shielding our land, watching over the seas. In today's era of multi-domain threats, air superiority is non-negotiable. At the heart of our nation's defense lies a robust, integrated air defense network. Layered, adaptive, lethal. From cutting-edge radars that peer deep into hostile skies, to missiles that strike with unmatched precision, to combat aircraft that dominate the aerial battle space. Every second, our air warriors monitor, assess, and respond